if I don't want to go live?
Well, it's too late. I've already done it.
Do you think that'll stop me? I can leave at any time. I'm a loose fucking cannon.
These are both true things. All right, let's
Couldn't
load that
stop
shit.
me even if you wanted
February
to.
23rd,
Even if I wanted to. No one can stop me.
56 a.m.
Goddamn insane person.
District
I can
Court.
spend this entire stream just talking over the top of you.
Defendant
I don't even have to stop.
Lobby.
Other than to take slight pauses to take breath.
Number
It's
2.
one of my superpowers is being able to ramble on and on about literally anything. Speaking of Rambo, I love Rambo. It's got Sylvester Stallone in it.
Mr. Wright.
He's a fucking bad...
What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake and about to reach the surface. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much.
Yes.
Almost. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth.
Hola, partner.
You know.
I was about to be like, who's this? And then I read either of the words. They say you show red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Officer Marshall.
Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late.
Quite. Man, I've really got that fucking Russian accent dialed in today. I'm very proud of myself. It's going to fall apart, but like I'm just gonna hang on to it while I
You've
can.
got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory.
That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge.
Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? Could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall, the whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all?
Eh?
I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day, too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon.
What does that mean? In the photograph taken of the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. She shoved it in the muffler, dumbass.
She strangled the guy with it.
So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time.
Gotta hit the old dusty
Remember-
trail.
Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let the bull go where it will. Time will tell.
Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
I'm gonna go find a horse. Even steak sauce, I hook you up with some fine ribs. Woo-wee!
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Marshall. That wasn't helpful at all.
Not even a little bit. February 23, 12:32 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 9.
I'd like to resume.
What's up? The judge keeps looking over to the prosecution. Oh.
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I believe it's time we continue on with this trial.
Edgeworth's episode notwithstanding.
I'm just gonna ignore that. During our recesses, I ate like 3 more boxed lunch. This is unacceptable.
Are you okay?
It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me. I'm gonna try to do like a nice, like a dad voice here. Excuse me. Knock, knock.
Excuse me, knock, knock. Sorry there, sport. Just wandered on in there.
Just wandered on into this courtroom.
Who's there?
Oh my god. That guy has terrifying eyes. Who is this?
What's with this
happening?
guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. That's ridiculous. Who on earth is he?
It's you.
His tie is across.
Are you gonna... Oh! Sorry I'm late, Udgy. Joe roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How you been? Swim much these days?
Hello. No, I've been so busy.
Busy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax.
Yes, indeed.
Udgy seems to be... Nope, not the right voice. This seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Rhino, the attorney. I heard good things about you, son. Thanks?
Why are good dad voices always just Midwestern?
I know. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly.
And then everyone in this courtroom.
Little worthy?
Mr. Wright, you don't know the district chief of police?
Should I?
Probably.
Chief of police?
He is the top-ranking police officer in the entire district.
I've only met 2 cops. One of them is Gumshoe, and one of them was Officer Meekins, and
You are a defense attorney! Why don't you know things?
I like this guy.
He loves to take uncomfortable pauses.
It's so good.
Name's Gant, Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
So, what do we owe this honor today?
He's also huge.
It's been over 2 years since we last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fella. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But I think it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. I hate it every time.
But the cloth we saw was white.
It was a black and white photo. It's really quite
Yeah,
embarrassing.
but red doesn't come up white on a black and white photo. Are you kidding me?
What's this?
It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
But Mr. Edgeworth.
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy. No.
I've no desire to hear your excuses.
I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth?
That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had...
You're head in the clouds because you got that award, I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
Oh, this guy's a dick. I bet he's involved in this.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. It's not the first time I've seen him at a loss for words.
That's quite a major blunder, is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yeah.
The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes.
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it!
What the fuck was that?
I don't want to... SL9-2. Let's start there.
The DL6 incident.
There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this somehow. Anyway, let's pull that knife open, shall we? Quick.
Maybe it's like...
What? Don't scare me
Phoenix's
like that.
license plate.
I'm the one who's scared. Look at this
That's
knife.
a janked up knife.
The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood?
Blood?
Switchblade knife added to the court record.
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police, and this knife?
Sure thing. Not even a problem. Not even a little one. Really. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I don't think I can talk much about it.
There was a murder at the police department? For detective?
That's hush-hush information, Audrey. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Then why are you even here?
Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, I know. Fucked up, huh?
It's just heckin' wild is what I was saying.
Order!
How many times do you think you've said order over the course of this game?
I don't know. That's why I just fucking do weird shit once in a while now.
Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
You're in a public court of law. I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright?
2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? The chances of that... Nope. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course.
Shut the fuck.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness.
Okay, very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Okay, so I'm gonna look through our evidence really quick because we do have a connection. I have a special can't say unless there's a
present.
Okay, so we've got Goodman's ID number, we've got the King of Prosecutors trophy, we've got Edgeworth's knife, we've got parking stub, we've got this fucking abomination. We've got Goodman's autopsy report. We've got this note that says 6-7S.
But turn it upside down and it's SL9.
Correct. Objection! Wait a second.
I'm no
Last
fool.
and honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to
I
have something to do
objected
with...
earlier.
This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
And honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL9 too.
And this is important. Why?
Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
What's this? 6 minus 7s, 12 over 2. This doesn't
Your
make
Honor,
any sense. This is gibberish.
it's upside down.
Upside.
The judge just like reaches, flips the paper over.
Well, this side is blank.
The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Bibbidi Bobbidi 221 SL9.
God damn, that got me. The way you just worked in a... sorry, I have to do this line
Worked
right
in a
now.
fucking
Ah.
Cinderella
Ah.
reference. Whoever wrote this note is holding the paper upside down.
SL-9. That's the same thing that is written on that knife's tag. Order. Well, Chief?
Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Wright-o. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. I would like to know more about that. Hold it. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder.
It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon?
Nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It is a murder weapon, as it happens. It was
I do
evidence from a
not
case
like
long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. It was a bad day for the department. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I would like to know more about this, please. Yeah. Hold it! I'm just checking. 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office.
What?
Funny, isn't it?
Is
A
it?
murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there is a 0.001% chance of that happening.
That means nothing. You just made up a number.
Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident.
How would you even begin to find out the probability of that?
Says... Okay. Hold it. Let's press on this. How can you say there's no connection? Owl, because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand?
Try to understand, righto?
Well, if you can't prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife! What was he doing there? I better check this knife out. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Third on the Switch and Xbox. Oh, okay. That was a bad day. Why? Hold it. This is the only thing I haven't pressed, so I think this is it. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry.
So, something did happen And why wasn't I informed?
Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened to the police department that day? A detective was killed at the department. Oh, how did I fucking miss this one? Hold it. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed in the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy?
I am at a loss for words.
In the perpetrator, do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
A suspect?
Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Wright-o. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving data on your case? Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Well, we know when already, and we know how.
Yeah.
I think they were stabbed, is what he said.
Yeah.
So where is the only thing we don't know. So tell me, where was the victim found?
No.
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say a crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I have heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? His knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
That's where Von Karma tased us.
There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Not officially linked to this case here.
Hold. But hold it.
I think it's just, yeah, it just says press. Yeah, hold it! But it is, though.
But it is.
Chief?
But it is, though.
The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Hey, you don't say. Well, out with it, Wright-o. What's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright.
The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag.
And we also know the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
And there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
He's staring into my fucking soul. You two will make a good
I
pair.
love this guy.
It took my man 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
Wow, you men are stupid. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, Noel. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? I can't believe that fucking worked. Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Hold it! If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well. Guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Victim's division, victim's ID number, victim's... I mean, this is specific, huh? I think... Don't we have Goodman's ID on us?
We do.
Well, okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... 5842189.
5842.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
8 2. Back into it. Right where I
I
forgot.
didn't even get the first number right.
It started with an 8. That's the only thing I know. Well, Righto, does this tell you anything?
The ID number of the victim at the police department, 5842189. I'm just gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, 584, yeah.
Yep.
This tells me something. I like the other one is this tells me nothing with an exclamation point. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
That's why he said we can't tell you where the body was found. Because it was found
It was found at
in the
the
prosecutor's
office.
office.
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you?
Take that!
We
Witness.
present the blue hedgehog.
What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
No, it's just, I got confused.
And this is news.
Huh?
Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do.
The police department and the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time.
Except it was the same detective. It was only one murder.
Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Don't ask how I got it.
Oh, is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember?
Who
This is the
are you?
This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
This means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 8 2.
It did not. It didn't.
I've forgotten.
You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of the police gave us was 5842189.
And that means what exactly?
He's just in a loop. Wait a second, right? Does this mean... Or what does this
That's
mean?
what I want to know. The 2
Oh,
ID
wow.
numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman.
Was DeBrusque?
What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho, ho, sharp as attack, Righto. Sharp as attack.
But well, Detective Goodman is our victim. You can't have him. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. What the fuck is going on?
That's impossible. So what we're saying is... the same person was killed at the same time?
I guess.
And in a completely different location?
I'm just as confused as you are, man.
Order! Order! Order!
I'm
Chief, what does this mean?
No, what I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? And if you say I didn't ask, I'm going to hit you. Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case.
Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case.
Wait. I said wait. Oh my god. Or didn't you hear me? That was
Oh,
terrifying.
there it was.
The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours.
What? How dare?
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news.
The guy he told to, like, go away.
The guy he told to fuck off
Officer
because he was busy.
Meekins?
Mr. Wright, we have heard that name before, yes? Where? Wait, aha!
It was the fucking monstrous man. God, he's the worst. I hate him.
Excuse me, but is this Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him.
According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe.
But your officer, he told me. He said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident.
Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report.
Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem
That's real dipshit.
challenged.
Got him.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then
Yeah, but fuck you. God!
He's
No such
just
luck
the
this
best.
time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy.
That's not as clever as you think it is. What?
Basically, Malaga, yes. Now, what was that second rule of evidence law, hmm? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's,
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant?
Normally you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report
Except
wasn't
for
on
when
that
we don't.
list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job.
No. No! No!
Oh!
No.
This starts turning into a tornado siren.
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, what with all those rumors. You were even the defendant's chair just this past December.
I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
But Mr. Edgeworth,
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do.
You had better get results this time, really.
You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. That was a little bit Irish.
Come out, ye black and tans!
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court.
Well...
I can't even think of a single one. And I've interrogated a fucking parrot.
I watched a parrot get interviewed in this very room.
God, it's shit everywhere. Anyways, I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive.
If you had the chance to change your verdict, would you?
Would ya? Would ya? I love how that's the only thing anyone remembers from Brave. Is this the fucking sentence where she goes, would ya?
Very well,
But
court is adjourned.
Mom, it's
But
just
Mom.
me, bro.
It's just me, boo. I can shoot me bird so well, ma. It was a pretty good movie, though.
Yeah, I remember.
I wish it
enjoying
was better.
Yeah, to be continued.
It could have been good, like really good, but it was kind of just all right.
It was fine.
It was fine. And then I never bothered to see it again, though.
Yeah, like I've never had the desire to watch it a second time. But it was fine.
Right, which is how you know a movie's good. Like, I'll go rewatch Disney's Mulan, but not the second one, but the first one.
Like, I'll watch Muppets Christmas Carol all day, every day.
I know you will.
February 23rd, 2:15 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright, so, what's going on with the case, anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see, what is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this "and the evidence room" part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're gonna find out. Try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
She's not been helpful at all in any capacity.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? I didn't say that out loud.
She can say something about science.
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go.
But you keep putting them on top of your head, though. You keep taking them off your eyes.
We've just been teleported to the prosecutor's office. February
My God, the power of science.
Office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Who cares?
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know.
What do you mean, who cares? That oil drum, was it empty?
Sorry, I'm getting to the next page of the guide. The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water.
My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene, never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. It's not it at all. It's just... Stop reading my thoughts. It's just... We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not...
I don't care about my high school student.
The water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strengths of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
I bet she uses a UV light.
What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Oh, she's using actual luminol.
Luminol?
Damn.
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even
True.
if you can't see it, it's still there.
You luminol that shit, and then it glows under UV light.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just
now that is not how science works, though.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
Imagine she gets a peer-reviewed paper.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Imagine she gets a peer-reviewed a report, and she's just like, never trust anyone's eyes but your own.
Right.
Just throws it in the garbage.
Here, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Can I just click? Please tell me I can just click. Okay, thank God.
Wow, look at that tap, tap, tap ability.
Right. I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a blood stain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action.
What do you mean? You've never cut your finger? You never got a paper cut?
We definitely know this is a blood stain.
That's not true!
But
it
doesn't
could be
something
another
strike you...
bodily fluid. He could have came.
He could have jizzed as he was stabbed.
Maybe death is the ultimate euphoria. We don't... I mean...
No one can really know. But doesn't it strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of it, I think.
The amount of blood. There's not very much blood.
Perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark the flood lanes when we find the bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up all my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court.
This is the first helpful thing she's
evidence
done.
that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
Let the record show.
Now let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Feels
My
like we're
screen
really
share says stopped.
Uh-oh. Feels like we're really investigating a crime, doesn't it? I'll start it over.
No, it's kind of there. It's just lagged a lot. Keep going.
Okay.
I'll let you know if it continues.
Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious.
Spritzes it right on Emma. Ha!
I assume. Nope.
Ah,
I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Stop.
What does that even mean?
You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead doesn't really get in my mouth watering. Today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies,
The
Miss
stream
Star, but...
hiccuped a little too. That must have been just something on Steven's end then.
Could have been. It seems to have recovered, so I guess we're fine. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. So I lied. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied in the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sty stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you're a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. That's not that long. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel, too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouth of suspect after suspect.
Did she just say I can be your angel or your devil?
Correct.
Deval?
Yep.
Did she just...
And before long, they called me the Cough-Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten the food poisoning from your lunches. That too. And you were let go, fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. That's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... I would like to know more about that. What do you know about this? What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That's a hard word to say. The knife was evidence in that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Please? I would love any information. Fucking, what else am I supposed to present? The knife too? What do you think about this? The SL9, no. Goodman, head detective. Yeah, this is all the same shit. Oh, hold on. Present Goodman's ID. Damn it. Damn it. Keep hitting the wrong button. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? Found this ID here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Present the crime photo. Crime photo. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? And rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. Your lying was the problem. Perjury in the Ace Attorney universe is like speeding. It's technically illegal, but everyone does it and no one really cares.
Yeah, I like how this bonus game, for some reason, they started caring about the rules of, like, perjury and evidence transference. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Legal
you guys have
evidence.
never cared about any of this. Even a little.
Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Can you tell us about the incident now? Please? Thank God. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job.
I wonder who that could be.
And you were one of those.
Partner.
Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly.
Tumbleweed blows
Detective
through.
Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. Then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell. There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes? It's my fucking job. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch received from Miss Star. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Star, Officer Marshall.
I do love me a good steak.
Is he your, are you his... Are you going out? I don't want to know.
Ghost?
I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Anyway, I guess we gotta go find that bitch now, huh? Move to police department entrance.
Good luck, partner.
February
Wilier
23rd,
than a
police
coyote.
department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. Just like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, real crime scene. Let's go take a look. They're not going to let us in there. There's no fucking way. We never get let in anywhere. Not without side quests for...
Well, this could be anyone's office.
This could
to
be
fair.
anyone's office.
This could belong to absolutely anyone.
February 23rd. Do you like the lasso in
You
front
like
of
the
the
sign
door?
that says Texas?
It says Texas on it, yeah.
I like how we were both going to point out something, and we started with a "Do you like?"
There's this fucking...
How did he get full-sized cacti in here?
I don't know. Evidence room entrance.
Why do they
guard
keep
station.
so much alcohol?
What's with the decor in this place? It's very
Oh shit, he's
eccentric.
closed.
Yeah, I know, I see that. According to this pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So behind that door is the evidence room? The scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly and they're buzzing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert.
Why'd you turn Italian?
I don't know.
Hang on.
What I want to know is if there's a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. You don't fucking say. Can I move? I need to scroll down, apparently. Oh, we just need to examine the door. Yeah, makes sense. Hey, door. What up? The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Well. Nothing else to do
You
in
not gonna
here.
examine anything else in that room?
February 23, police department entrance. You're right, I should. Give me a minute. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please, said someone. Oh, wasn't it?
What? Oh yeah, right. One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe.
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Aww. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later.
Okay. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I do want to go back to that office, though, and investigate some things. Oh, right, there's something... Hold on. How do I... Can I luminol test in this room? Yes, I can.
Luminol.
There's fucking blood on top of the cactus from him fucking poking himself. Wow, we got the reaction. There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right in these spines. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. Yeah, that's literally all I had to do in here.
Depends.
But I'm going to
Depends
look at
how
some
you
of this other
murdered.
shit. The Texas sign is not investigatable. However, this is. Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. I sure have an active imagination. Won't let me investigate any of that. Looks like there's video feed here from the evidence room. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of here. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. I love it. It starts the sad music and Phoenix is just like, no.
That's stupid.
It's more an attitude thing than physical similarity. I wanted to look at the cowboy hat actually, but sure. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that thing called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being.
Well, is it really a poncho or is it a serape?
Who can say? I love how he has this fucking tied here, like with rope.
One of them is closed at the sides. I can never remember which is which though. I think. Could you look at the computer on the desk? I thought it
the swinging
lit
door
up
makes
earlier.
the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through there, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yerg myself.
Yeah, the serape is more open at the sides because it's basically a cape.
Nah, the computer is connected to these computers, I think. Well, nothing else seems investigatable, so we're just gonna have to move out of this weird cowpoke's office to the detention center. To go to the detention center, we have to go back to the office, and then we have to go to the detention center. Now, why can't we go
That's weird.
Why can't we go to the detention center from the police department? I don't know. February 23, detention center, visitors room. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Whee! God. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, are a guard here at the detention center. No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm the little boss patrolman, like a lost little lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What?
God.
What?
I was hoping we'd never have to speak to this guy again.
This is an unexpected turn of events. What the fuck happened? Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I just had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Mr. Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person, yeah! What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Actually, tell us about the victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bress Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. You have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir. Label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Yeah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. What? I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any God, I wish that would stop. Any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am.
Me only know American letters and hamburger. I agree.
About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir. Stop. Don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And then the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? And when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow, sir! Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. What the f... This is a fucking mess. This is a mess of a man. Alright, present his ID. Got it. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir, that's it! That's it! That's what? My head was blank until this very moment. I believe it. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card. Exactly, sir, that's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir, nothing. I better pry into this one a little bit deeper. What the fuck are you on about? Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr.
God, I
Detective
hate this
Goodman,
guy
who was
so
in
much.
the evidence room.
You did pick the perfect voice for him, though.
I know. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. Okay. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if his body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here. They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? The videotape? From the security camera. The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! It's there! It's me! It's on tape! And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. I have my own. I guess we'll go check out the crime scene. That voice hurts less than you would assume. I can't believe we can't.
Well, you're just sort of doing this.
Guard station.
But I have a question.
Which crime scene are we check? What? Did I forget something?
Here's the thing I don't get about the timeline, though.
Yep.
This guy showed up to give that report. Well, I guess they arrested him after it? But he made it sound like he blacked out, like, right after this crime happened.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But he gave the report or attempted to give the report to...
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Hold
Yeah.
on. Wait a minute. Wait a gosh dang second.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense at all.
No, what the fuck is on... What? Either that or they let him out of jail long enough to try to give the report to Edgeworth. That's a weird...
I know, right?
Unless they explain this later, that's a weird goof, or we're completely misunderstanding the timeline of what happened here. No, because Meekins gave the report to Edgeworth about him committing
about the guy
crime.
getting stabbed in the evidence room.
Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute.
So the only way that would have made sense would have been if they didn't know it was him. They made a report just saying, yeah, yo lol, this dude died, and then gave it to Edgeworth. And then we're like, oh wait, it was Meekins the whole time.
Well, they did say they just arrested him at the court yesterday, but I thought he was unconscious for...
Yeah, the unconscious thing is what's throwing me off.
Because he Soups wasn't, though.
Yeah, because we saw him.
We saw
talking
him,
like a guy.
We saw him being around. Anyway, February 23, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. I wonder if the fucking game has a goof section somewhere on their wiki. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, under the seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives is a little flustered. Aha, righto, me boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? It's an excellent question.
Why does he ask everyone about swimming?
I don't know. Edgeworth.
This guy's deal.
Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like... God, I got shit in my throat now.
Bah.
Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Cord Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto?
It was a different prosecutor.
Yeah, it was a different prosecutor who did 2 murders. On karma.
2 murders.
A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And in this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Ah, you saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Let's just click on the chief of detectives real quick. Hey, bud. Sorry I had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? I'll see over there. That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this. What, you kept something? Sure, why not? It's not that important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? The detective got Goodman lose something. Yeah, fucking Rise from the Ashes is literally the longest case in Ace Attorney, according to the multiple wikis I looked at. The date on it is February 21. Better make a note of that, just in case.
Is that what this is? Is that what this case is?
221. Yeah, Rise from the Ashes is this case. Can only be
221 was also on that note, by the way. That said,
yeah.
SL9.
Yeah. Should get back to investigating the police department. Alright, this motherfucker is exhausting to be around, so I'm going to not be around him.
He really is. Stresses me out.
Can I still not fucking get in here?
Wow.
Oh, we need his permission first, motherfucker. Okay. Criminal affairs. Hey, I need to get in. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when a Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. I'm like leaning back now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all.
I love when he does that.
Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor.
Or I'll kill
just
you.
Run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go in the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl.
She'd be in school.
Okay, now... God damn it. Why
What?
is there... Oh, examine the entrance of the... Okay. I was like,
What do you want?
Why is he still not here? The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off, see? What is the security guard thinking?
Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina's skies so gray?
Officer Marshall.
Oh,
Doesn't
this
have
was
to be him.
Officer Marshall's desk the whole time. What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? Stick 'em up, you codgers. I'm a cowboy. As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon.
We're here to investigate the crime scene. No.
Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's bearing a sheriff's badge in these parts.
Yeehaw?
Well, what are you standing here for? Get along, little doggies. Oh, he said it. The crime scene's awaiting. You boys want to learn how to make a lasso?
Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
I love Marshall so much. He's such a dumbass. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres.
You're busy then?
Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you.
Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. But what if I...
Give steak? What if I bribed you with the steak?
use steak on Jake?
That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas.
So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas?
No, I just saw a special on television the other day.
Oh.
Oh, that got me.
I skipped whatever that line was by accident.
Is this from my baby?
Yes, Miss Star.
What's this?
What's wrong?
Filet steak lunch? I see. I see.
I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall.
Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask from.
Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Stop finishing my brain sentences. Guard
My
station.
brain senses.
Officer Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right?
A little context,
Might need
perhaps.
some context, yeah.
You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it.
Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us.
That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong, calling him Meekly.
He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station.
Maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know?
So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place?
Well, I reckon I was galloping down into the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy.
No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy.
I didn't say horse. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job keeping an eye on the place.
You mean the security camera system?
Now, I don't tank to machines much.
If that was a link, it probably won't let you do it.
Hang on now, hang on. Hold the phone. I'm gonna see if I can fix this.
He hates his job.
The
That
link
explains all
thing.
the alcohol.
Steven, how do I do this in mod chat? How do I do my job?
I don't know.
There's gotta be a way.
No, there is. I just don't know how to do it.
Hang on. This is important to learn. We're gonna have to do this sometime. We're gonna go to our old pal Google.
No, I have to actually go on. I can't do it from Streamlabs. I have to actually log on to Twitch.
Yeah, I'm already here, so as long as I can do it, then we're fine.
I'm trying to find out how to do it so I can tell you how to do it. The YouTube.com, yeah. Did it block it in the, like, I can't tell.
It made it stars.
Yeah, but usually it gives you, maybe it was automatic, I don't know.
Well,
I'd have to look into what
Leaf
blocked it.
Raider.
Yeah, we got it.
We got it. We got there.
It's fine.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not technologically savvy enough.
Neither am I, sadly. Anyway, back to the game. Did you read this? I don't remember.
I did not.
I don't remember the context of it anymore either, so it's just kind of a wild thing to say.
Stick up, you cudges. Alright. Kinda like that stewed broccoli to sneak into your steak, you know? In next to your steak. Not in the steak itself, sorry.
Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago.
It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime.
What?
That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire.
What? You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you?
That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it.
What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened.
There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago.
2 days ago? The day of our case.
That's right. The evidence transfers.
Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too.
I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do.
Only 2 of them. There must be a dozen.
Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand here are these security cameras.
Those are the ones Officer Meekins mentioned.
If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours.
And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes?
I reckon they might be.
You're the security guard and you reckon?
One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card.
That's the card reader by the door.
The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. It's a cowboy. Alright, now I have context.
Nice. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before.
Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that.
Huh?
I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet.
Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing? Let's just check out this last thing and then we'll fucking hit him with our evidence. Sorry, but can you explain what this whole transferal thing is about?
We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They are kept here under the preceding detective supervision for 2 years, presiding.
Yeah.
So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see?
So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?
I figured out how to do it, by the way, everybody.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just have to click this creator dashboard, and then there's a radial button for block hyperlinks. Hooray! So now in the future, I can just allow them.
Nice.
But I'm going to leave it turned on by default, just in case someone comes in here and starts posting some sus links, like a link to where you can buy
followers to be famous.
where well, I was gonna say industrial-sized Go-Gurt, but you know,
That's not illegal.
no, I just don't want to see it.
Are you gonna read it or?
Sorry, I'm not sorry. He goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February.
I see now.
Transferal's like funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated.
And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Anyway, let me, oh, hold on, I need to... Do we have that other ID on us, or is it not actually anything? Well, I mean, okay, it's the only other ID we have on us is this one. Hey. See this? This is the victim's ID card.
I can finally tell by totally legit free V-Bucks sites. Hell yeah, Mulligan. No. But maybe. One that was found in the ground in the underground parking lot.
Number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Yep, 5:14 p.m. Look, the fourth number.
So we just gotta find out who 498. Why am I talking like that? We just gotta figure out who 4989596 is.
Yep.
Because they entered and then exited.
Yeah. It's used at 5:14, right before the stabbing.
What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So in the incident that occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Oh wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and I asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins?
Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I give you this ID card record.
Nice. We'll need that, I assume. Be wild if we didn't. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Oh, I see. Just try to figure out whose it is. Let's go into that there evidence room. There's a fucking door in here with handcuffs on it.
Yeah, with handcuffs on it. Yeah. There's
February
also
23
that metal
evidence.
detector. Oh, and the fishing pole.
Yeah. I'm assuming the dog is not also in here. Evidence,
I hope not.
February 23, evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. Over here. So these are the evidence
Over
room. It really
here.
is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Eek!
The way he faded. Whoa!
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I would recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal.
This is trapped in one of those safes. Oh no, missile!
No missile! So, is it true what I heard?
Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true.
So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? I fucking knew that's where he was gonna go with that. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today.
Just for today? Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day.
Gee, thanks.
First of all, you'll want to have this.
Evidence room floor plans. Nice. That's helpful. Alright, what do you got for me, bud? Boss for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day.
That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here, in the police department.
But if you're a boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open.
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. I would love that.
This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every lock is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third since entering the force already.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Want to
Right
bet?
hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Biometrics. Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles.
On the other side of the handles is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it,
Zap! You get a shock!
if that's what happened, my head would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Evidence locker added to the court record. Alright, can you give us something about the SL9 incident if I give you the knife about it? Or the note?
Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there's some loose ends left on that case.
You want to talk about it?
Now that was a bloody, violent case.
Violent? So it was a murder?
A serial killing.
A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this, after all.
But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago.
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and it started the rumor mill.
Rumors about forged evidence?
It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean? What if your cyborg father cuts off your hand with a laser sword? You can't use your fingerprints anymore.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, you see.
So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Certainly seems that way, don't it? Alright, let's start, hold on. I can do one thing without leaving this menu. Just squirt some fucking blood. Squirt some fucking...
I thought we were supposed to show... Aren't we supposed to show him the ID badge thing? You bet it's fine, pal.
Evidence save, evidence locker, present note.
I mean, probably won't say it on the guide, but I want to show it to him.
Just like, hey, look, we've got his thing.
No. To the right. No.
Oh, right. We're
A
supposed
log.
to figure out whose these are. Yeah. Can you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing.
I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
What is it?
That second number.
It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe?
Mr. Edgeworth.
What? What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
Holy shit.
What? ID card record updated in the court record.
I didn't expect Gumshoe to know anything about that, actually.
Why would it was on the list just a little bit further down.
Oh, I see.
Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room?
Huh.
ID card record. Okay, now we can start examining things in here. Fucking, how do I Q? That's how you get over here. This is... What's this? Blood? It's a lethal wound, but there's definitely a handprint there. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? I should use our testing fluid to check it out.
Testing fluid, huh? Poor word choice.
Alright, let's start clicking. Got that one.
Whoa. The blood was blood.
I know it. This is someone's right hand print.
What?
What's the matter, detective?
This locker. It's mine.
It's yours.
Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly.
Did Yunfrey really memorize Edgeworth's ID card number? Seems that way, yes.
You'll do that for me, won't you,
This
pals?
is an important clue. I'll jot it down in the floor plans.
I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective.
Gumshoe's the best. What a guy.
Oh,
Whoa.
there's quite a bit over there.
A lot of blood over there.
That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective?
Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman
Don't say alien.
was actually an alien.
Damn it. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans.
Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Good point. Just make sure none of these other lockers have got any shit on them.
Whoa.
Oh, wait.
Hey.
I almost fucking missed that. I was pretty sure one of them had it on there, I just didn't remember which one. Let me getting a reaction here. There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This might be something significant.
Hey. That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What this? It's called luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief.
Where did you get this, Emmy? Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. I better jot this down on the floor plans.
I refuse to believe that the forensics squad of the police do not have luminol testing spray. I bet it's just that Gumshoe's a dumbass.
It's just a Gumshoe doesn't have luminol testing spray. Alright, I think
we got it.
Yeah, I think that's everything we're gonna find. Just being thorough. Alright, so we got the handprint.
David Thoreau?
Also, don't know if you noticed earlier, but when we opened up that locker, it had a picture of... So for some reason, Gumshoe's evidence locker has his own coat and a picture of his girlfriend in it.
Yeah. I did see those. I mean, obviously he doesn't keep evidence in it. He's a dumbass.
Clearly not. What is this? Wow,
So I don't
someone
know,
must have
did we
broken
know
something
about
big
his
to make it.
girlfriend at this point?
I don't think so.
I think that's
I don't,
like
I don't think she shows up until the second game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't recall knowing about her. So I think that's like a little
It's a
teaser.
little Easter egg, yeah.
Oh,
someone must have-
Easter egg!
Someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Dr. Gumshoe, perhaps?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case? The SL9 and what fucking...
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces here?
Another piece of SL9 evidence. Let's take a look at it. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together?
Ha, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why you always carry around a tube of glue. Now this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place.
You can't just glue evidence back together.
Okay, so I just gotta find the piece that fits.
Also, I love how much he's setting himself up for failure when he's like, it took me 3 hours, pal.
And we're about to do
I
it in
got
like 2
nowhere.
minutes. Oh, I have to rotate it.
Yeah, rotate, potato, dude. I don't think this is it.
I think it's that one.
That one, that's it.
Or,
That's it for sure, pal.
alright, it's a big old piece. I think it might be this one, just at a different angle. Yeah, that looks right. Nope,
Yeah,
it's
like
not.
no. Nope, that's not it. Try going two to the left.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do that one and then rotate it the other way.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it might be that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. Okay, this one's got a...
This one could be this one. Maybe? It needs like a kind of... No, it can't be this
yeah,
piece.
it's not, it's
I don't
this.
think. I think it's this piece. Yeah.
It's definitely this one. Just, again, different angle. Different angle.
It's just jamming on in there.
Nope. Well, okay,
Well, that round part has to be the top.
yeah,
And I don't think it is this piece.
no, I think
This
you're
is the far left piece. With the
Oh, yeah,
notch
you're right.
pointing down.
right. I see it.
I'm a puzzle god, Steven. I mean, how do you even... This is a really shallow piece. Yeah.
It'll be this one, I think.
That's this one. Yep.
Nope.
Just like that. No, it's that one then. Yeah.
Well, I mean...
This is gotta be this round piece. Maybe?
yeah. There we go. It's
Nice.
It doesn't
And then-
help that it's not entirely clear because of just how it is.
There's also a missing chunk, yeah. It's like a weird vase.
Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with.
So wait, Gumshoe did actually figure it out? He just like gave up and unassembled it?
He just didn't have glue.
Still,
He ran out of shit and didn't have glue.
it doesn't look like the most stabbable or stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added to the court record.
Someone got bashed with that jar though.
Someone left their glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe?
There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know.
You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Rubber glove added to the court record.
Hey, pal, look at the time.
It's 12:44. Was there something you need to be going to?
It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give him my report for the day.
This is also a reference to, I think, the second game, because that dude on there is in it.
It might help, you know.
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems?
Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth I'm talking about here. I'm sure he could use a report like this. I believe in him.
Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe?
Aw, I'm off, pal. Later.
He's doing his.
I
doing
love
his best.
Gumshoe. He really tries. He's so stupid though, but he does try.
I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Well, I'm assuming that's our cue that there's no other useful evidence in this room.
Probably.
Wait a minute. Fuck is that? Piece of white cloth is sticking out. Looks like a shirt. You better tidy it up or it'll get wrinkled. Hey, don't look at me. I don't leave it hanging out like that. Not important. Fuck it.
Howdy, partner.
And we go to the
Yeehaw!
parking lot, and then we go to Edgeworth's office. February 23rd, High Prosecutor Office, room 1202. Why the fuck are you here? Ah, guests, my apologize. Yep.
Apologize?
Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth
You didn't
here?
remember us?
They're standing by the window, a teacup in his hand.
That was so dramatic. Right.
He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry.
I am.
I want to just look us dead in the eye and go like, no.
No.
By the way,
I'm not.
Detective Gumshoe was looking for you.
Yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems.
Really? Was it helpful?
Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow.
The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Hold on just a
He
quick.
just wrote no problems on the back of a flyer.
I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. What's up, buddy? So how'd the inquiry committee go?
Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation.
Which it was. Concealing evidence?
Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time, again.
Again?
I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago.
You okay for the trial tomorrow?
Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however.
Something happened?
They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department.
Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why, ask you? Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still.
Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Why would they think he concealed
Why would they
evidence?
think he
You know,
concealed
so-
evidence, Mr. Updated Autopsy Report?
That's,
Listen, Mulligai. We're putting that behind us. Right, please. I'm the prosecutor. I'll pass on the tea. Why'd you skip off that?
I'm just showing my best evidence I can get some kind of reaction out of him. Oh, right. We have evidence he was at the scene of the crime. What was that about, huh? Oh, right. I'd better check this now.
Doesn't make any sense.
I skipped
As
it.
I was saying,
I skipped it because it was the, hey, I'd have nothing to say about this dialogue. Which I should stop
yeah,
doing
but I
when
like
I
doing
first
the
go.
southern voice. What's this? A record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less.
The chief of police.
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
May I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
Yeah, people keep telling me that. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Cool.
Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case.
Yeah, but fuck you. Okay, now we present either the knife or the note. We have 3 pages of evidence and none of it has been removed yet.
I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right?
It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in.
You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later.
He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant.
That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then.
He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous.
Oh, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth. What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation?
In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands.
This was before I had my redemption arc.
We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed.
Wait, you didn't.
Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister, what?
If you are still studying forensic science.
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminol testing fluid, huh? Well then, you might have use for this.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints.
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know.
I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will.
Fuck the police. Edgeworth.
Fuck the
I'm really-
police. No need to thank me. It would make me vomit in my mouth. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprinting.
I wouldn't trust that man with a cardboard cutout of a fingerprint testing kit.
Well, let's go going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere, or two.
2 handprints.
Also, just one more thing. Oh, I have to be an examine, I think, to do it. Yeah, there we go.
You just spray aluminum all over his office. Oh, blood.
What? It looks like some blood has dripped down here. Judging by the amount, my guess it's from a nosebleed. A nosebleed, Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence. Now, does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Edgeworth may or may not
I
have
did
slapped
see
the
you
shit-
doing that.
Don't worry about it, bye.
I was right here.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I love he hands us the fucking fingerprint kit. We're great, thanks. We put it in our bag, we pull out the luminol and just starts fucking spritzing all over the room. It's like, what the absolute fuck are you doing? Maybe it's another bodily fluid. February 23, evidence room, sector 3. Our investigation
That's what I
turned
said.
up
I made a
suspicious
jizz
handprint.
joke earlier, Mulligan. It was really good.
Here, and there's blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly
The
different
pointy
imprint.
one.
So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I can't really tell the difference at a glance. You can't? Quit procrastinating and choose a finger! I mean... Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. I'm starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter. See? Ah, it looks like that did the trick.
Is this the one you have to like blow away?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna work. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Oh, how do I do that? With E! Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing at the candles on the birthday cake. Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though.
This is the one where they're like, hey, we put a microphone in the 3DS or the DS so you can.
Blow on it. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You'll just pour the powder on.
I wasn't worried about that till you brought up.
Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I better give it a try. Just gonna do a nice healthy dusting over here. Nice healthy dusting all around, and then.
Yeah, I think you want to get a little more.
Oops, I think I.
What did you do?
I right-clicked.
Now you gotta dust it all again, you baboon.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Eee! Wow. It literally just fades out the rest of it. Didn't even make a glowing motion. Ah, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you've mentioned that, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left his handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But
hey, calm down.
It does seem a shame. Well, we're at it. Why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Oh, I see you right here. Seems like there are other fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if I can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, I have to... I just accidentally closed the window. There we go. Or minimized
A little bit more, a little bit more. Nice, nice. Get it nice and covered. Wow, he did it.
Is this not good enough?
I think you get a little more on the left.
There we go. Yeah,
There you
print
go.
so clear, it's dazzling. Dazzling. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's
Dazzling.
match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Oh, there's no point in finding a
See,
fingerprint
Steven
and not
figured it
knowing
out
who
for
the
this
owner
one,
is,
okay.
right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth and point out the person you think left these prints. How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody hand printed the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So those fingerprints would most likely find on this evidence locker.
Gumshoe.
Gumshoe.
Cause he gumshoe.
Because it's his locker.
Yeah.
Comparison complete. Match found. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me the so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You got to roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out.
There was. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left.
It was in this locker specifically, too.
Yeah.
Alright, let's tab and then... Do I have to spray?
Do we have to luminol it again first? Or can we just get in there?
Nope, that's not it.
We might have to spray it first. No, it's still there.
I just have to investigate it. This is
Oh,
where
yeah.
we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There go, her eyes sparkling again. Fucking no. Nah.
Leave it be.
Nah.
Now we're good.
Okay, let's look for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means, and the prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. So, fucking here, I guess?
Somewhere. So ones that weren't wiped away, right?
Yeah.
It would have been like to the left.
Well, no, these ones were wiped away because they don't no longer exist. But these ones, I don't know. We'll fucking try this, and if we don't,
No, to the left.
there's-
No, it highlighted yellow when you went to the left.
Oh, you're right. It
Steven,
did.
remember, this was the blood that did get wiped away.
Yeah.
This means there was no blood ever on this. Because in the game's logic, luminol is forever.
Right, right.
So they didn't have blood on that part, so they didn't bother wiping it away.
Ah, that makes sense.
I appreciate you.
Alright, who's it gonna be?
That could almost be Gant.
And then I want it to be him, but I don't think it is. It's Jake Marshall.
It's Marshall. What is that cowpoke doing in here?
Maybe it's his locker. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall. Marshall's fingerprints added to
No,
court
the
record.
other officer.
It's got to
Marshall.
be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain.
Yeah, but how would Jake Marshall even have the balls to stab a man?
Let's
Where
wipe
would he even
Officer
get it?
Marshall. It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. Next week.
We went 3 minutes over. I demand overtime.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you time and a half from what I give you right now.
Thank God, finally. Justice.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow for Yakuza 0, and probably before that for Yakuza Like a Dragon, because I'm gonna stream more of it because I've got tomorrow off.
This guy's gonna come wrong. You're playing it. I mean, what do you
think this is?
Playing so much of that bitch. Anyway, yeah.
Right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Especially you.
Wink.